Shanti. Everybody okay? Fine? So today we have Shanti Didi with us. How many of you have already seen her and you know her? Can you raise your hand? Good. And how many of you are seeing her for the first time? Good. So, before we get acquainted with her wonderful experience of conquering the karmic bhoga or transforming karmic bhog or suffering of karma into the gift of God or into something wonderful, shower of love from Baba, Shanti Didi is from childhood. As a child, she came to Baba along with the parents. The parents were also one of the important jewels, the good yugals in Delhi, because at the time not many yugals were coming in knowledge. So in south part of Delhi, when they came to Baba, in 60s I think, yes, before 60? 59. In 59, and then they Gopal Dada was the name of Laukik father of Shanti Didi, and he was quite influential political figure also.
No, government job. Not political. He was in
Government, and therefore he had, of course, such influence that he could bring many people in knowledge and give introduction, and they opened Gita Pathshala, and ultimately it became center. And so Shanti Didi, while living at the center, completed her Laukik study also. And of course, from the very beginning, this was surrendered life. And now she is about 50 years with Baba. And Mohini Didi from New York. And she, both are Laukik sisters. So special welcome to her today in Gyan Sarovar. She has specially come to meet all of you from Shantivan.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
And she expressed, she had been serving in Peace Village and New York Center and many other centers of America and Europe also. But since last few years she is in India in connection with her physical sickness also, and of course all those service responsibility which she fulfills while she is in Delhi South Extension. And I know her also from childhood because our Laukik parents also as Yugal came to Baba, and they also opened Gita Pathshala in their Laukik home. So Gopal Dada and her Yugal were like example for them, and they would like to visit on the invitation of this family whenever they would have some programs in South Extension. And my Laukik father was very much impressed by Gopal Dada's sincerity, honesty, and as today's Murli was, that you have to be yagya, loving to yagya and respectful to yagya, and he was really embodiment of all these qualities. And so I know this family from childhood, and Shanti Didi is my friend. We are friends. And how we are friends, that is another thing, that is not today's topic. We are all sisters, but somehow, actually I was to be here, but suddenly the program became that we both are here, and we never knew that it will happen like that. So friends pull one another, right? And so now we request her to share her wonderful experience, for which she has specially come from Shantivan to meet all of us.
Om Shanti. I came to meet Baba in December and 18 January also, and many double foreigners were here at that time, and I had this thought that I should go and meet all of them. But because it was very cold here in Gyan Sarovar, so I was not permitted to come in that cold weather. But I'm glad that according to drama, and Baba has also fulfilled my thought that I could be here today and meet all of you. Because as sister gave my introduction, so I'm the only daughter of my parents. I don't have real brothers and sisters. Many cousins I have. Sister Mohini is also my first cousin. So, and as since childhood, from the age of 6 years, I have been in this divine family. I got sustenance from Sakar, Baba, Mama, all dadis, and so I consider this as my family only. So I really feel happy because in childhood, when I used to pray to God, so I always had a complaint that at least you should have given me one brother or one sister. So this complaint I would keep in front of God. But now, as Baba says, when we belong to Baba, when I made Baba my brother also, friend also, all relations with him, so I get so many brothers and sisters, all over the world. There is we can't count also these days. And as Baba is we have three main relations, all of you know, father, teacher, preceptor. So whenever we have this problem, because Baba has already told us that you will have to face mainly three kinds of papers, test papers. One will be your settling of karmic account with other souls, and like clash of sanskars and all this, that will come in front of you as paper. And secondly, from the nature also, the 5 elements. And third is your own body, that when you are sick, it's also a test paper. So first I would like all of you, are you all, because Baba asks us to be ever ready. So all of you are ever ready for any kind of test paper? Yes? So if you are ever ready, what is the sign of that? How we can check that I am ever ready? In one word, you have to reply. What is the sign? How do we check? Practically, that if the soul is ever ready, if I am ever ready for any kind of situation, problem, obstacle, then what will be my stage? That is the method to reach that stage. But I want the result of it. So I would, because we don't have that much time, so Baba says, ever ready soul will be ever happy. Because as students in Lokik studies also, some students, they study regularly. They learn their lessons regularly. So they are ever ready for any kind of question or examination. And they are happy if the teacher will ask them any question, so they are prepared for that. So their happiness does not reduce. But there are some students who only study before examination, like when they will have final examination, before that they prepare. So they are not ever ready. They make themselves ready for examination. So suddenly if a paper comes, then they cannot be happy. And third group, I don't want to mention, all of you know, I think, lazy, that they are never ready. So we don't have to talk about that or be in that group. So As after 50 years, before also once or twice I had this physical sickness, but
पता नहीं होगा ना अभी तुमको
मैं बताती हूँ. But in 2007, I had this, actually I was not aware of it, and I had, because every year in summer, I used to go, as she said, to New York, Peace Village, Canada, and some other states of USA to help them in service. In 2007 also I went, and sisters always told me that after the age of 50 you must go for regular checkup. So I said, in India we don't have that system. Only when we have problem, trouble, then we go for checkup. But they were insisting every year. So, and that year one sister insisted. So, like whatever situations come, I would just like to share that we learn so many lessons from that. So as Baba also says that you are yogi souls, and from your mouth you should not speak out any such words, even for fun or jokingly, like wasteful or which have no meaning or negative, even for yourself and others. Because whatever you will speak out, it will come true, it will happen. So when I was there, they wanted me to extend my stay, but I told them that somehow, I just said for joke that this vehicle, my car, the body, I think needs some servicing. It has to go to workshop. So I can't extend my stay. Like that, I just said for fun. Even at that time, I was not knowing that I have some disease and after coming back again, they called me, did you go for checkup? So they insisted, so I went after 1 week. And then the doctor who checked found out that I had cancer, big tumor, second stage, and when he saw that image, like his face totally changed, worried, stressed, and I could see. And he was not even looking at me. I invited him, you come to our center, it is very near. So he didn't want to listen anything. And he was so stressed that he said, but just first you go for treatment, when you get well, then I will come. So, but when he told me, so the first thought which came in my mind was that it is a game. Not that this is karma bhoga, it is result of my actions or test paper or what a difficult situation, or when like any person hears cancer, so all these thoughts, that anxiety, fear or death, all that comes. But first thought I just had that it's a game. Like in this big drama of the world, this is a small drama or game. So, and then second thought, I remembered Baba, because so I had a thought that I have surrendered myself, soul, to God, and now because of this disease, I will surrender this body to the doctor. So whatever the doctor will say, I just have to do that. Means I don't have to think. So this surrender thing from mind, when we surrender to Baba totally. So after that, not even a single thought. Now you see it's 4 years. It was in July 2007. But not even once in my mind. Means I did not let this disease enter my mind or have these questions that what will be the result, what will happen, whether I will get well or nothing. Even from the doctors, no questions, whatever they say. Because since childhood, even in my spiritual efforts, I had this determined thought that whatever Baba tells me, whatever Srimat I get from Baba, I just have to follow that. Means I don't have to think on it or question whether I can do not. Baba is saying, I have to do it. So then, in 2007, I had surgery, and as on path of devotion, many devotees also, they have this question in mind or doubt. And you must have heard some examples, cases like, if they have some tragedy in life or any accident or anything, then they also question God, that we have been worshipping you, praying to you since so many years, why you did not protect us, why you didn't help us, why you did this to us, and all of that. So because we all have those sanskars of past births, so many times Brahmins also, when they have such any kind of problem, so question arises, doubts come, that if from childhood, 50 years I have been with Baba, I have surrendered totally, I have been doing godly service only, then why Baba does not protect me from cancer? Why I have to go through all this? So all these questions, like, I did not have in mind, and as Baba says, that faith has lot of power. So, and secondly, as I said previously also, whenever I had physical sickness or any problem, I always considered it a challenge for me. And Baba had said once that with your yoga power, because other rishis and munis, saints, yogis, they only have single power, power of the soul. They don't have power of God. But they also perform miracles. They also do many good things, and their followers have so much faith in them. So, and you have double power. You have your own power and Baba's power also. So with this yoga power, you can make impossible possible, change no into yes. So these words from that Murli of 1977, they had touched my heart. So whenever in the field of service or practical life or wherever I have challenging situations, I always remember Baba's words. Because many times people will say, this is impossible. Then inside, I would not say, but in my mind, I always have remember Baba's words that I will make it possible. If they say, no, this cannot be done, then I just give them drishti and have a powerful thought. I have to change this no into yes. So with that determination, faith, and courage, then I just go on making efforts, and ultimately we achieve success also, like Baba's help is there. So in 2007, I had to go through surgery, then chemotherapy also for 6 months, because to be in one room and not going here and there, and because everyone would say you will catch infection, this, that. So, but I did not, as I said, that everything begins from the mind. No? So if we start thinking, oh, I was going to so many places, every day I would go out for service. Many times I would come to Madhuban and that retreat center in Gurgaon. Like every day I was traveling here and there, and now I have to be in one room, and all 24 hours, no one can be with you. Other sisters are also busy in service. But then I had the thought that this is the time that for 50 years, whatever knowledge I have got, Baba's knowledge, I have received, the lessons I have learned. So when we are busy in service, we don't have time to do that much practical aspect of it. So then I thought, now Baba has given me time, that let me practice, no, experience all relations with Baba, then do service through the mind. And in that year only, Baba had said that practice this drill of 5 forms. And I was doing this before also, when Baba said in season, and when I had to go through all the tests, that you have to lie in the machine, this, that, whatever. So that practice also helped me, that drill, that sometimes I would just go to Paramdham, sometimes in subtle region, sometimes in the golden age. So as Baba says, if you have practice for long period of time, then only when the situation comes in 1 second, you will be able to stabilize your mind in that stage. That is being ever ready. So, as I said that Baba is our teacher and supreme teacher, he gives us hints, as in Lokik teacher also gives hint. And those students who are intelligent, who are clever, they catch the hints that these are the main lessons which we have to prepare for examination, and these questions are coming. So, as we listen to Baba's Murli, that according to the present time, this should be your stage, this practice you should do. So, if we really follow Baba's Srimad and do that, it really helps us a lot. And secondly, when in the same hospital, my surgeon, since 91 or 2001 I think, she was inviting me to give lectures there for, she had a group of, like those women had gone through this breast cancer surgery and they lose their hair and all this, so they are very depressed. So she used to call that group for counseling. So since 2001, I was going there, but I never thought I will have to come here as a patient. So then when I went, even when I was sick, so I used to go to meet my doctor, and like other patients used to be with her, and when their disease was diagnosed, like they would start crying, they are depressed, nervous, afraid. So first doctor would tell me that first you talk to them for 10 minutes. Tell them about positive thinking and all this and give them some power. So it was like good service also. So I also found that Baba says wherever my children go, it's for service. And I would just say that I got promotion also. How I got promotion? That when I lost all my hair and this white dress and all this, because when we go to hospital, we are in that, it's like a robe or gown. So everyone from the security guard at the gate, all those who saw me, nurses, others, they thought that I am a saint, like a guru, no? Because we have so many gurus in nowadays, women also as gurus. So they considered me and they started calling me Mataji, you know, like mother. And then I thought, oh, I am Mataji now. And then somebody will say Guru Ma, and everyone started like doing namaste and touching my feet and give us blessing. And even for my surgery, because my doctor also had lot of faith, so she came to me, she touched my feet and said, you give me blessing for your surgery. So, and when surgery was going on, so one sister called her in OT that, how is she feeling? So she said, oh, she is in Samadhi, she is in her meditation and very good and all that. So even when I go for chemotherapy, like one day, so she said, when you come for chemotherapy, I will be arranging your lecture, that you take injection and they will come to take knowledge also. So all the patients she would send to my room that first go and meet that sister, and I would give them like knowledge. So like this, and so as I was saying that I had very good experience in this way, that I got time, you see, for, and I did not have this thought, oh, 6 months, if we start thinking it's a long time. But how that time passed means I did not know. Because I considered it game, so I enjoyed it as a game. Not that I am suffering. Even as I said, up to now I never have this thought, oh, it's karma bhoga. Why? Because it's a game, means we are playing the game. So then in November that year, or March, I don't know, I came here. So when many people did not recognize me with this cap, because I was sitting on sister's side, but they thought this is brother, no? Or like that. Even Ratan Mohini Dadi, and they also did not recognize me. So I was thinking when sister asked that, how many of you seen me before? Maybe some of you have seen, but today you don't recognize me. So then, in November, I came to Madhuban to meet Baba during that chemotherapy also. So I went to Dadi Janki's room, and when I was at the gate door only, she recognized me and she gave me the title Mahatmaji, Swamiji, like a saint, great soul. So this is how I got promotion. And even Dadi asked for, she bowed down in front of me and I gave her blessing. So in March, because I had told my doctor that after December, only up to end of this year, I am coming to you as a patient. I calculated my dates of chemo, and then she said, you come for radiation, this, that. I said, no. In New Year, I am not coming, and I have to do service also, not that I will be like a patient all the time. So then being on bed only, I made plans to have a big program in March. And then Dadi Janki came to City Fort Center. We arranged big fair, and then we have City Fort Auditorium, her lecture also. So she came. So I had a thought that she called me Swamiji. So why not I dress up like Swamiji and welcome her? So, they wear that saffron colored robe and all this. So I dressed up like that because it's our family, we have fun also. So she was very happy to see me, and whenever she sees me, she tells, have you brought that dress? Wear that dress. So like this, as I said that, it was very enjoyable. So then, as you know, after that, in 2009, again, it was diagnosed that because we have to go for checkup after every 6 months, and then again, doctor said that something can be seen, and again, chemotherapy. So 2009 or last year means again, second time I had, and now it's the third time. So that medicine was not so effective. But still, I did not have any doubt, means never question Baba, that Baba, why you are not helping me? I have faith. I talk to Baba like Baba is as I am talking to you or any person. Not that he is in Paramdham, first I have to go to the subtle region and then talk to him, but that we practice in yoga. But like since childhood I have, like Baba says, you are my child, so claim your right. So sometimes there is a fight also with Baba, sweet quarrel, no? But as I have been able to come here, you won't believe that up to yesterday night, I could barely move from my bed myself. And everyone, every time, whenever we have a big program, service, or some service is given to me, so I have seen that the powerful thought, you see, makes the body also moves, brings energy in the body. And what happened that we had one scientist conference in Vigyan Bhavan in the end of January. So they had given me program part to conduct meditation in that inaugural session. So all sisters, they would say, no, you are not going, because I was very weak. And I inside had the thought that I will go. And that day morning, I just woke up, got ready, and no one could stop me. And when I went on the stage, played my part, and came back and lie on bed. So sisters were saying, as if you have not done anything, as children do, no? That they go about all the way and then they come and sleep. So, like Baba gives us that power, and as Baba says, if you have courage, no? So even for coming here, reaching here, and when I come to Madhuban, I feel very good, because dadis and all seniors we meet, the whole family. So this environment only like charges the soul, charges the battery. So as I said that Baba, we say Baba gives power, but how Baba gives us power? It's not that from up above he will fill power in us, but it's, you see, Baba only gives us knowledge. Every day we listen to Murli, and Baba gives us knowledge. Now, as much we apply that knowledge in our practical life, in these situations, like, as I said, that transforms into power, that gives us power. But if we don't apply that knowledge, it remains in theoretical form, then how we will get power? It's not that, otherwise Baba can give to all the souls. As we say, Baba gives happiness. He does not give happiness. He tells us the way, that you perform elevated actions, follow Srimad, then you will experience happiness. Similarly, peace. So, as I said that this time of sickness, I really spent, like now also, and I learned many lessons. Firstly, that my faith, Baba as teacher, and teacher knows the standard of student, that as in those schools also, if the student is of 8th standard, the teacher will not give him examination paper of 10th standard. It will be of his level only. So I have seen in my life that whenever we are prepared, when the soul is ready for a situation, then only that situation comes. So we should never have this question that why such big problem? Now how will I face it? That anxiety, fear, means, as Baba says, have faith in Baba and faith in yourself also. So from practical experience, as I said, because before 2007, I think 3-4 years ago, one of the members of our family had cancer, and not very close relative, distant. But even hearing the news of that person's cancer, I was worried at that time. Means my stage was little disturbed, and I really had fear in mind, seeing the other person in that situation. But after 4 years, when I had to go, when I heard about my cancer, my stage was good, as I told you, stable. It did not bother me at all. So, and many years ago, I also experienced that one sister was admitted in hospital, and she was in the ward where all burn, those who have burn injuries, those patients were there. So I said that, I told other sisters, you give my love and remembrance to her. I will meet her when she comes home. Because my heart is weak and I can't see those burn injury patients. If I go there, I will faint. So I was not having that strength also. But I think that time also, after 4-5 years, I myself had a situation. I would not tell in details, but my whole face was burnt. But at that time, I had the power to face it, to tolerate it. So like this, having this doubt or question, no, that makes our thought weak. So if, as Baba says that with power of faith, if you have a powerful thought, that first we have to have courage, faith in the self. We all have faith in Baba, that Baba is almighty, but faith in the self, that I am Master Almighty Authority and nothing is difficult for me. Everything is easy, everything is possible. So this is how we also had one big program. As I said, during this sickness also, I go on making service plans. So in November, we had a mega program in Delhi in which about 10 to 15,000 people came. So, and few days before that, my chemotherapy started, and then, but still I was coordinating the whole program. And the day we had the program, Dadi Gulzar came. So everyone thought, because in our center also, no one saw me in class, and I was in my bed lying down and all of that, very weak. So they all were thinking I will not be attending the program, I will not be able to come. But 10:30 it had to start. I reached there 10 o'clock. And even at that time, I was feeling very weak, that I will not be able to talk or say even Om Shanti, one word. My mouth was dry and all of that. But 10:30, I just went on the stage. And up to 1:30, 2 o'clock, the program went on. And I was the coordinator, I conducted meditation. And from where, so everyone was surprised that from where she has got this power. I mean, she was so weak. So this is what we see Baba's miracle, no? Baba's help. But inside, if we make ourselves first strong, as I said, it has to begin with us. If we become weak, then how Baba will also help us. And I would just share that even when I was going for surgery, so sisters who were with me in elevator, even at that time I said, okay, let me tell you a joke. So I would share with you also. I think you would like to laugh or...
She's a great storyteller and joke teller, and if you
I
travel
told
with her in train, you can, hear from her hundreds of jokes altogether.
So I shared with her that one woman had to go for surgery, and because in hospital they always ask you, to fill up the form and write your relative name, that if in emergency, whom we should contact. So, and to whom we should send the bill, all of that. So she said that I am alone, but I have one sister who lives in foreign country. So she gave her name and address. Then they said, whom should we send the bill? So she answered that my sister is a Christian nun and she is married to God. So you send my bill to my brother-in-law.
Good prophet.
So as I said that, as I was telling you about that workshop thing, that I said those words there in Peace Village, just jokingly, and when I came back, and when from airport I was coming to the center, I asked the brother who was driving that, did you take this car to workshop for servicing? He said, yes. Then I remembered that what I had said. I said, but for this body, workshop is hospital. So what I have said means, I remembered my words. But up to that time, I didn't know I have to really go to workshop, take this to workshop. And after 1 week, like it was detected, and then every day the body has to be taken to workshop. So this is how even those burns which I had on face, so that also I had said something like this, one evening before that this body has to burn one day, let it burn today. Something, some talk was there. And next day morning, it happened that the face was burnt. So then when I was in hospital, I was telling Baba, remembering Baba, and I said that, and I laughed, that I only said yesterday and it has happened. But then I told Baba, I was talking to Baba, that I made a mistake. I should have said that, let this body burn when the soul is out. I said, with the soul in, no? So that was my mistake. So all these, you see, as I said during this time, even Dadi Janki came to meet me in hospital, and because they could discharge me the same day, and even they were surprised. They give like some medicine, no, like for pain, automatic, like if you have pain, it will go in the body, something like this. And next day morning when they came and saw, nurses were astonished that it has not been used at all, you did not have pain. And they usually come late. So I said, okay, let me go, Dadi Janki is coming to our center. They said, no, if you stay here, then Dadi will come and we will receive her blessings also. So for their service, I had to stay longer, and all, as I said, would come and ask for blessings. And morning they come very late. But we, like not even a single day, during sickness also, wherever I am at home or in hospital, like we would do Amrit Vela, and sharply at 3:30, my eyes will open, because this is the result, you see, that practice, you see, for long period of time makes those sanskar strong. It becomes habit. I don't need alarm or phone call or anything, any song to be played that get up, it's 3:30. Maybe sometimes at night I'm not able to sleep at all, or only 1 or 2 hours. But 3:30, like Amrit Vela, I cannot sleep. So this is how, after that I may rest for some time. And as I was sharing that today also I am giving class after I think 1 month or 2 months, because in Delhi, even our center, those brothers and sisters come, they have not even seen me, because it was cold and I was not giving class at all. But yesterday I myself offered that I want to come and meet all of you and share some of my experiences. So, like, this is how Baba helps, and Baba keeps us well all the time, but special help when we do his service, when we are busy in his service. Like now when I am talking, many times I forget also that I have cancer or I am a patient. Even this thought in mind, I never have, oh, I am a patient, I am weak, body is weak. I always have that positive thought, no, that the body is weak, but I am strong, I am powerful. Baba is with me all the time. So that really gives so much energy. And seeing my hair and all this, many people, they come and remind me, oh, how are you? And I say, you remind me that I am a patient, but I have just totally forgotten. So this is how I would also share 1 or 2 experiences with Sakar Baba, because I came as a small child, 6 years old, and first time when I met Baba, I was 7 years old, because in those days we had strict laws, rules and regulations that only after 1 year you can come and meet Baba, follow all the principles, and then only you can come. So my Laukik mother, father, Sister Mohini, we all, our family, we came. And one of my aunts was in Yagya from the beginning, father's eldest sister. So Baba had sent dadis to their Laukik relations, no, when they came from Karachi, because they were not knowing anyone else. So Baba told dadis that now you go, whatever message you have received, knowledge, now you give to your relations. So she came to our house and she gave us this knowledge message, and then we came. Like Baba says that bring a bouquet of living flowers. I don't want those flowers, but change thorns into flowers and bring them to me. So she was very happy that she has brought a bouquet of living flowers and practical proof of service. So when we met Baba, so you know, my Laukik mother, her Laukik name was Maya. So when introduction was given to Baba, so it was told that her name is Maya. So Baba said, oh, Maya. Maya catches hold of everyone, no? Eats up everyone raw. This is not a good name. So Baba closed eyes for 1 or 2 minutes and then gave her drishti. And Baba said, from now, today you are Gita. Baba gave this name Gita to her, that you are real Sita, true Sita of God Rama, and you will give knowledge of real Gita to others. So Gita name was given. And as we found that became a blessing, a boon for her. Baba did not give just names like that, but like Bap Dada, no? Shiv Baba is knower, no, of all the 3 aspects of time. Baba knows the past, present, future of the soul. So when Baba used to give drishti, Baba would say that Baba would see future also of the soul, not only the present. So seeing that, Baba gave her this blessing. So how it became blessing, I will share later. But when my introduction was given, so Baba just asked that, is this the only child or you have more children? Just for introduction. So my aunt, she said that she is the only one and she has also come by mistake. So she said this because my father was very religious minded, a great devotee, like sannyasi type, and he didn't want to marry. But he was forced to marry, so seeing that, she said, he had also met Brahma Baba when he was 13, 14 years old in Karachi. So when she uttered these words, then Baba gave me drishti and Baba said, no, no, and told her that don't repeat these words again. So Baba said, she has not come by mistake, but she's the soul, she has gone from yajna and she has come back to Baba's yajna, and when she grows up, and she has to serve many souls in this world, thousands of souls all over the world. Like this Baba said, I still remember Baba's words. So at that time, at that age, I did not understand the deep meaning of it, but I could just know that he's not an ordinary human being, because no ordinary person can tell the past, present, future of a child, that what this child will do when this child grows up. So this is God, means God is speaking through him. And for my Laukik mother also, like it is 50 years, 52 years before this story. So in those days, our social system here, women were not so free, not going for education, this, that. Now it's different. And she was very suppressed in home. We had joint family, and I saw her, she was very nervous. She would not speak out a word also in front of elders and all of that. But after 1 week, after getting this name, when we went back to Delhi, so we found a great change in her. Because we told Baba that we don't have any center close by. We can't go every day to the center. Sundays we will go. So Baba permitted us, you do class in your home. So she was the teacher. She started reading Murli, giving lectures. So all the members of the family, even my grandfather and uncle and everyone saw that great change, that from where she has got this power. She would not even look at them straight like this. Always her head will be like this. But now she's sitting on the stage on Gaddi and giving such powerful lectures. So that Gita name became a blessing for her. And then every year we would come in summer vacation and meet Baba and take Srimat from Baba, because many Brahmins used to comment that in those days everyone thought, oh, destruction is coming soon, like tomorrow or after 5 months or 1 year. So no need to study, no need to go to school, college. So they used to say,
सतयुग में तुमको आना है, शिव पिता को अब याद करो। ये संगम का स्वर्णिम युग है, शिव पिता फिर से आया है। ब्रह्मामुख से शिव बाबा ने वही गीता ज्ञान सुनाया है। कलयुग का अंत अब आया है, विकराल विनाश खड़ा आगे। पिता ने बतलाया है, शिव पिता को अब याद करो। पांडव शिव शक्ति सेना की रणभेरी अब फिर बजती है। शिव बाबा के ज्ञान से फिर माया को मार भगाना है। शिव पिता को अब याद करो, सतयुग में तुमको आना है, शिव पिता को अब याद करो, मुक्ति धाम तुम्हें जाना है। अपने कर्मों के बल पर ही सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है। धाम में तुम्हें सतयुग में अब तुम्हें आना है। धाम में तुम्हें जाना है।
I'm taking her permission for 2
No,
minutes
no.
more.
You just carry on. Maybe
No,
they also
what
want
I
to ask something.
started, so I was sharing with you that many Brahmins would say that we don't have full faith in Baba's knowledge, why I have to go to study in school and all of that. So, but then we would come and ask Baba, because Baba says that take Srimat from Baba, follow Baba's Srimat. So every year Baba would give me Srimat, okay, continue your studies. And in 1968, when I finished my high school and I had to go to college, see, in 69 Baba became awake, but we were not knowing that. So previously Baba would give me Srimad for 1 year, every year. But in 68, then Baba told me that you continue your Lokik studies till, means just for godly service, keeping that in aim in mind, till you have full confidence that I can give good lecture in English. Because Baba wanted English teachers at that time. We were not having so many sisters knowing this language. Even dadis came from Karachi, they were not knowing Hindi also. They learnt it here. So when we used to see Baba giving drishti to us in morning class, maybe 50, 60 people were used to be before him. But we could see from his drishti that his drishti, his vision is like in unlimited, towards those unlimited souls of the whole world. And when I see all of you, or I go in foreign countries in different corners, small islands and all this, so I really remember that how at that time Baba was giving drishti at that time only, and like invoking all of you, remembering all the children at that time. Because Baba not only saw those few sitting in front of him. So this is how, like we used to get Srimad from Baba and used to play with Baba, have fun with Baba, and really I felt, I experienced that love from Baba, Mama and all seniors, dadis here, like they gave us more love than our Lokik parents also. So that's why it was very easy to give our heart to Baba, because children or everyone in this world wants love. So much love since childhood I have received from Baba. I feel myself fortunate, and that's why I never feel that I have to make any effort. Everything is easy, and I never feel, oh, it's very hard. Whatever Baba is telling us, it's a very high stage, it's not for me. All these thoughts I don't have, but like I find it's very easy. Whatever Baba says, we just have to do it. Om Shanti.
Thank you. Do you want to ask anything from her? It's not that I would, use this time. In fact, I offered her that please do continue, because you have specially come for that. Do you want to ask anything? Yes?
Spiritual explanation of this situation.
Brother is asking that she's 51 years in knowledge, and whatever amount of knowledge and understanding she has, on the basis of that, how she can, give name to this experience which she had going through this journey of, surgery, sickness, etc. In essence, how she can name that, no?
I would just share that when Dadi Gulzar had this problem, I think many of you know, and it was 1988 or so. So at that time, I also used to have such thoughts in mind that from childhood she has been with Baba, and she has given her body also to Baba, and Baba is using her body as a chariot. So at least this should not happen to her. Why Baba does not protect her, and why she has to go through all this? This is Baba's chariot, no? So I also had this question. Many Brahmins also said Baba should do something for her. But then I churned, and then I contemplated, and I got the knowledge and this answer that in Murli, Baba tells us that he does not, it is settling of karmic account, and it is the end of kalpa. No? We have to become karmatit, be free, settle all our karmic account of past 63 births, and the soul has to be totally liberated, become sato pradhan, completely pure to go to Paramdham. So you know Baba has said there are two ways, through yoga, or this karma bhoga, or otherwise you face punishment, no, from Supreme Judge. So Baba wants that. So one thing is that, as you have seen, many of the seniors, dadis, even Brahma Baba, Mamma, Didi, Dadi, they all had to go through this in the end. So when I had this question for Gulzar Dadi, or then for Dadi ji also, because she was also on bed for 2-3 years, that why she has done so much service and all of that, all her life they have given. So then I got the answer that one thing is that Baba wants us to become karmatit here. And this is a faster way, no? We do with yoga also, and with this sickness, karma bhoga and yoga both together, so that no trace of old account remains. Baba, even I don't want to face Supreme Judge when I go there, so it's better to settle it here. And secondly, when I saw Dadi Gulzar, so I used to tell then other sisters and brothers that, see, many times we Brahmins, we become like careless, no? We say, oh, now I belong to Baba. I have given my life to Baba. Now Baba will protect me. Nothing is going to happen to me. But when we look at Dadis, that those who have done so much tapasya, so much sacrifice, and whole life they have given for Baba, even they have to settle karmic accounts. Baba does not interfere in that, and so in front of them, in comparison to them, what is our effort? So we should not become careless that, oh, Baba will protect me, whether we do yoga or not. Now I belong to Baba. So as Baba says, some children, they become careless. They don't make that fast efforts, or it's like that. So that is why they are examples before us. Baba is setting us, them as examples that, see, even they have to go, they have to settle their karmic account. So you also be prepared for it. And you have to have more yoga power. And so I feel that these are the two aspects, no? Because as we know, it is the end of the cycle. This is the time, no, when we settle all karmic accounts and the soul becomes completely pure karmatit, and then we go to Paramdham. And as I said, I shared before that when we are prepared for it, when the soul has that energy, that strength within, then only that kind of situation, according to my standard, according to my power, the situation comes. It will not be bigger than my power. But when we think about it more, we make the problem big. It's in our mind, and we become like small. Then we feel, oh, it's such a big thing. But in our mind, we can make it very small. It means just thinking that it's nothing, it's a small thing. So I am like higher, and that is lower.
Thank you very much.
Okay, brother, you got the answer? Okay. Let me share one joke, then I will.
You think I remember joke now?
No, I will share, then
Okay,
you
you
share later.
Okay. Actually, I was lost in listening all these wonderful things, and I know that she has much more to say. And one thing is very clear, and was always clear after this started happening with her body, that nobody could feel or know what is the sickness unless told officially or explained, because she never showed it. There were no signs of anything happening with the body on the face. And all these years she was entertaining the family as if she never knew any kind of sickness. And that's the great spirit. And when she said that Baba, Mama and Dadis have given lot of love, what I see is that they give love to everybody. But not everybody is able to imbibe that love and use that and converts that into their own strength. So this is personal effort also. Even if we do not feel that, even if she says she does not feel she is doing any effort, but this is what is natural sanskara of the soul, to be able to, use Baba's love and faith of Baba in her to become the power to face the situations in life. Yes, agree? It's not just that it's happening automatically, but a lot the soul does by thinking positively. And just shortly, because we know very well that after that we have lunch and ring ceremony for new brothers and sisters, maybe one or two things which I wanted to share this morning was about how different things which we name as obstacle. So this was some example of obstacle in personal, at personal level, but of course when we are surrendered to Baba, nothing is personal. But in my mind, I think of sharing an obstacle when it has direct relationship with service, not with my personal body, and especially since I am representing now service in Russia. So when the services started in Russia, you know very well that this was the land, and this is still the land where the things cannot be given the way as we know or we had been hearing from Baba, or as they are being given here. So we could see it as an obstacle, because we are not allowed to do what is to be done. We are not allowed to say what is to be spoken. But not seeing that, the feeling came that Baba's children here are so good. They have love for God and they want to get everything from God. They are right from God. The power came to cross this obstacle and to change into an opportunity in the way that let us systematize the knowledge. Let us, as Baba says, that this is study, and in study you just do not simply have information. Yes, God has come. This is information. You are a soul. This is information. But how I am a soul and why I am a soul. What happens when I know I am a soul? What can I get when I know I am a soul? And like this, that is, if we make everything of the knowledge, that is, which is called 7 days course, etc., into some system. Of course, system was here, but not to that much extent as the questions arise, in West or in the countries where people were not easily believing God, or spiritual knowledge was not so open for them. So good thing happened that within 1 year or 2 years, the system of the course was developed so nicely that this 7-day course became 2 months course. So 2 months course, the way that the understanding of the soul, by making such pictures through which the people can know each and everything about the soul. And at this moment I can say personally with confidence that any question in the world existing in connection with the soul can be answered easily. So much the whole this chapter of the soul is developed to that much extent, because hundreds of questions were asked and all the time these things, ingredients were being included. Instead of thinking that it's so difficult, people are not spiritual, they don't understand. And also here in this land, when services started, everything was to be done in the form of a legal organization. Not just you can go and sit in any room and start giving lecture. You will be asked from where you are, do you have any license, do you have any certificate, do you have any registration, etc., etc. So again, obstacle. Because here in Bharat or maybe in some other countries, you can just go and sit and start giving lecture. A person has a right to propagate his belief or the information or the knowledge he has. But there, we definitely have to have some legal paper. And once we have legal paper, we are called, organization bound to obey the laws. And according to laws, whatever activity we do, not just we give knowledge, but throughout the day, whatever activity we do, that has to be in accordance with the law of that country. And this became again another gift. How? It's a big obstacle to get, some certificate or license to give knowledge. Because when we went for that in the beginning in 1990, question was asked. We wanted to name it as an educational center of Brahma Kumaris. Now also it is called like that, more or less, the Center for Enlightenment. But at that time, the clear expression was educational. So the chairman of the committee asked a question. He saw that we are sitting with great confidence that we really want to give this education, and he was so much impressed listening whatever we told him. And then he asked, do you have any plan for the future of these people? Because education makes future. So what's the plan, or where is that whole policy of future of these people whom you want to teach? You can understand, yes? Because when they ask, do you have any policy for future, means will these people, if they leave vices, can they earn money? If they leave anger, can they earn money? So they can't, earn money if they become pure. So how can I give your organization the name educational organization? Because education is a mean of income. And your study will not provide then income. So I just was so happy, Baba, you're so good child, he has good head. And he's so that made me answer him. Of course we know, we always explain that Christ never had any diploma, but he never died hungry. And like this, Muhammad didn't have any diploma. So we do not give any diploma. But after becoming pure, and after they have, left or given up these vices, they are able to earn 10 times better than those who have all these vices. And it is guarantee. When I said like that, it is guarantee. He said, okay. And he signed that paper and registered it as an educational organization, which continued for 4 years. After every 4 years, we have to, renew this. But then it became a little bit different situation with the law, and then it was re-registered as the Center for Enlightenment, So, but this way, at least we could become conscious of that. If request people to become better, so that degree of betterness should definitely be applied into actions. I am a good being, but what that goodness, how that goodness is making this world good or better, or making my life better, or making the life of people around me better. So we started thinking more about that when Baba's children come and they become pure, so their pure actions should definitely be made, their purity should definitely be made used in activity for the society. They should be able to do something for the society where they are becoming pure. That is for Russia or for whichever city they belong to. And that's why the thoughts started coming how to create such projects in which Baba's students or Baba's children can make use of their potential, because government does not give job to those who are above 55, above 60. They are useless for government, but they are very useful for Baba, isn't it? Because majority of you sitting here in the hall, how many are above 50? Can you raise hand? You see? How many above? Yes, see here, this side, see? Almost 90% in Russian family are above 50. So they are all, as government says, okay, your time that you can do something for the government is over. And Almighty says, here am I need you very much. So and it's only then we started realizing that there has to be such kind of service created where all Baba's children can make use of their potential. And also according to the laws, their obstacle was that we cannot freely, allow Brahmins to be there all the time in Baba's house or center to do something, because that would be considered as an offense, because it's called unpaid use of the people. We are not paying them, but they are doing some work, isn't it? Organization exists and its registration is there and the things are happening, electricity is there, money comes, etc. But we are not paying people. So do we get any salary from Baba when we do service? Do we get? We do not get any salary. So, and that is an offense according to them. They say you must be given something if you do. Yes, this is the law of the labor. So then, that also became a boon, because we started thinking how to follow this law and how to allow Baba's children to create their fortune. Because if they do not do service, their fortune is not created. Generally, in the whole class, 5, 10 or 20 persons do service if there are 100 people. Yes? So, for example, where I am, there are about 400 persons and most regular are 250, 70. And generally what happens that few people they serve, yes, because they come in contact or whatever. But this situation made us to think that each and every Baba's child coming could make use of their time, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, and service distribution can be created in such a way so that everyone participates. And if this law was not there, we would not think of such kind of, distribution of service to each and every Brahman. So I had been thinking always that any kind of situation when comes in the service which seems as a prohibition, is not a prohibition, but it helps us to make use of Baba's knowledge in the way so that we can claim back the rule into our own hand by showing that we can work in this world and we can be successful in this world of Ravan, and we can move and show that is purity is not just a potential energy, it's kinetic. It can make hell move and remove and bring heaven back. And that's why the more we are able to work with these, things which look as obstacle from the government, but I always feel that no, they exist so that we become more effective and more powerful and more accurate, and so that Baba is revealed in the form of an organization. So this is shortly, I say, because Sister Shanti has to share one joke. Om Shanti. Shanti. Yes.
They are ready for it? Or?
Are you ready for joke?
This time is over. So
No, there's 2 minutes for joke and then meditation.
At one time there was one world religious conference in some country, and representatives of all religions were invited.
I will start laughing in advance because I know what is that. Okay, yes.
So when during the conference they had tea break, so on one table, like one Hindu Pandit, one Christian father and one Muslim Maulvi, they all were together having tea. Then they started talking to each other. So they asked each other that the money which you get in donation box, so how much you use for charity, for public service, and how much you use for your personal service. So first the Christian father, he said that before I used to do 50%, 50-50 like that, but now everything is more expensive and like that, so I have to keep more for myself, 60% and 40% for public service. Then they asked this Muslim fellow, Muslim Maulvi, the same question. So he said, he also answered in this way that, I think he said 45 and 55, something like this. Then they asked the Hindu Pandit. So he said, see, in India, India is a spiritual country and we are very honest, very sincere. So all the money which people put in temples, that is, they are offering to God. So how can we keep that money with us? So then they said, but what you do then? So he said, whatever money comes in the box, we surrender all, offer to God. No, we throw upwards. We say, oh God, you keep as much you want and the rest you give us. Give me.
Okay, so you enjoyed, yes? You want one more joke? Yes?
Now
Okay,
they want
again,
lunch, I think.
Yes, again it is about God. One poor girl, she used to write letter to God, I have no money for my study and you should help me because you are my Supreme Father. And every 15 days she would write a letter and send to the address to God, my beloved Father. And it used to reach post office, and in the post office where they would send. So they would read the letter, that girl is asking for money, you see. And then one day, this whole staff from the post office, they gathered, had the meeting and decided to send her money. So they had sent, she used to write, send me 1,000 rupees for my study because it was school payment, etc. So they could not collect 1,000 rupees, they could collect only 900 rupees. So they collected with love and had sent from God to my beloved daughter 900 rupees, and the money reached to that girl's home. Then she again wrote another letter, oh my sweet father, Thanks a lot. You said you had sent me 1,000 rupees, but these postmen people, they have taken 100 rupees.
Okay, let me share one more.
She remembers one more.
I will, now the class is over, we are sitting in family. When she told you we are friends, so how we became friends? That is also an interesting story, that once we were traveling together in train from Delhi to Abu, and I didn't know that she tells jokes. So we had like competition. One I would tell, then she would tell one, then I would tell. So we spent 2 hours like that, and we could go on. Means not only jokes,
All jokes
stories.
were about God.
Yeah, yeah. No, they don't mind, I think. Acha, this is also about God. 2 I will share, small ones. That, in India, in temples people go. So one boy, he went to Shiva temple and he was devotee of Shiva. So he told God Shiva that I want a bicycle. So for few days he waited and he did not get. So next day he went to the temple, and we have Ganesh. So he stole that idol of Ganesh and took it away from the temple. And Ganesh is said to be son of Shiva. So next day he goes and tells Shiva that if you want your son back, then like tonight you meet me behind the temple with a cycle. So this is the joke of present times, how people are doing. And one last one, that one baby was born in hospital, and immediately after birth asked the nurse that, do you have a cell phone? She said, yes. So the baby said, give it to me. So, but the nurse said, what will you do? Why you want? So baby said, I want to send SMS to God that I have reached here safely.
Okay, I remember 4 jokes now, but next Kalpa we will share.
You will meet them again. In this Kalpa, but some other time.
Okay, let's remember Sweet Baba
Next
for some
Kalpa
moments.
you will forget. Okay.